character living in a song that made her cry. Her father, ooh, he had left her $1 million. Oh me, oh my. She never even met the old man. How come he picked that day to die? So depressed that she decided to move to Tanzania to let the melting snows of Kilimanjaro wash her tears away. So she got herself onto a great big airplane heading for that tiny little city called Arusha to start her new life there on that fateful day. She found life in Arusha both intoxicating and toxic. Hey, there was nothing much to do there except to mess with other people's lives. She worked out her anger at being left standing there all alone at the altar by standing up men who were stepping out, cheating on their wives. Took up singing with the band at Stiggy's restaurant, the old one in Kilimanjaro. She finally gave up waiting for her lover to come waltzing through the door. She even learned how to play a pretty mean game of pool at the great big table there. And in the end, she decided to leave all of that money for the poor. To get rich, that lover, he never would have left her. Oh, he was only ever with her for the money that he thought she had. And then he found himself living in a cold flat somewhere in East London in the dead of winter with a one-eyed stripper and a cat that was positively mad. And that stripper, they made their money from schemes of petty blackmail. A foolish man she'd rub against, so he'd take pictures they could send to each fool's wife. Oh, one old man on whom she rubbed herself pulled from his pants an enormous wad of cash and asked if she'd be tempted to go with him and start a new life. Millionaire, made his money from embezzlement and fraud. Oh, to cover up his tracks, he'd even faked his own death not long ago. When he left $1 million to a daughter that he had never met, much to his regret. Now he was looking for a new life. He was looking for some new place to go. Went to Heathrow to get the next airplane they could get on. But when that lover heard about it, he jealously followed right behind. You know, the stripper, she was planning to bilk the old man of everything that she could lay her hands on. That lover, ooh, he just had murder on his mind. The couple ended up in Tanzania in a restaurant in Kilimanjaro. There was a singer with a band. There was something strangely familiar about her face. The stripper put her hand deep in his pants. She was looking for his money. Meanwhile, the lover stole a car and was approaching at a breakneck pace. No one knows exactly how, but suddenly a wheel fell off that car. That lover, he spun out. He was never ever heard from anymore. And that old man got so excited by the feeling of that hand, slipped deep into his pants so far that his heart stopped ticking, and he slid down from his chair onto the floor. You know, the band played all night long. The singer sang like she was trying to forget. The stripper found the old man's money, and she vanished like a shadow in the night. Now that singer, she kept thinking about the father she'd always imagined, but never met. No one gave a second thought to that old man who'd just seen his final life. So when your time has come to head off for life's last rendezvous, you better hope that somewhere along the line you learn to distinguish right from wrong. Because all that's left is life. It's everywhere, it's so bright. It's everywhere, yeah, it's just wide. You know, we're all just passing through like some character living in a song. Woo!